Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Regina. If we haven't met, I'm so happy to meet you and welcome to my home practice space. So today's practice, we're going to be doing a yoga flow. There's going to be a little bit of movement, a little bit of dancey. Don't worry about it if you're not a dancey person. We're just going to move the body a little bit in the beginning to warm up. And the focus of this flow today is hips and hamstrings. And the spine, pretty much, hips, hamstrings, spine, because if all of those things aren't working or moving properly, then we have issues, right? If we sit at our desk too long, if we're working, we're sitting at our computer, our head is down, we're sitting, our hip flexors are getting tight, all of these things are important. And also sitting up nice and tall, making sure our spine is straight, will make sure that in the future we don't have any problems with rounding of the spine or opening of the spine, right? Okay, so for today's practice, first thing you need is some water. You saw me bring that in. Got some water just for hydration. You're gonna need yoga strap. Now, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt, you can use a tie, you can use a towel, whatever you have around the house that will help bring your limbs closer to you. And we'll talk about that later, I'll show you. Only thing I don't want you to use is one of those resistance bands because those actually stretch, and if they were to pop, it could cause injury. So, no resistance bands. Towel, tie, strap, or whatever you have that can bind your limbs and bring them closer to you. Also, you're gonna need 2 yoga blocks. So if you don't have yoga blocks, anything that looks like blocks, books, I can't think of anything else, cans, anything that's going to bring the ground up closer to you, right? Okay. And then we're also gonna need a pillow. I got a yoga bolster here, so it could be a bolster, a pillow, a blanket, which I also have. And all of these things, again, all of these things are going to be support for you. They don't mean that you can't do the yoga pose. They are just making it so that you create more space in your yoga pose. All right, so grab all your props and get ready. Oh, and don't forget about the yoga mat. I almost forgot about that. You need your yoga mat too. So grab all your stuff, grab your water, and let's get started. All right? All right, guys, so let's start in a little bit of a wider stance than mountain pose. So feet are a little bit wider than the hips, but we're still going to incorporate the same alignment cues. Shoulders back and down, arms down by the sides. Good, let's drop the chin into the chest. Hold it here for a few breaths. Feel the lengthening in the back of the neck, especially if it's tight. Then we're going to slowly take the chin up, look up towards the sky. Try not to take the chin back or the head back too far. Make sure you're still breathing in and out through the nose. Very good. You want to move your hips, you can. Good, bring the chin down, look down. 4, 3, 2, and then lift up. We got 8 counts. Move the neck slowly. This is a part of the spine. It's a very sensitive part of the spine, so we want to be careful. Now bring the chin. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And 4, 3. Now let's start to add the upper back. So we're going to round in. Hold it here. Good. And then let's open the chest. Very good. Little bit of a back bend. Good. So round it in for 4 and open for 4. Round it in for 4 and open for 4. Let's do 2 counts. So we round and open. Good job, guys. Round and open. And round and open. And round and open. Good. Let's take a side stretch. So we're just moving the spine in all the directions that it moves. This is a lateral side bend. Again. Good. Stretch out nice and long in that side. 1, and then again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reach and pulse for 2. Come over to the other side. Pulse for 2. Let's come back. Pulse for 2. Last time. Pulse for 2. Now we're going to do a rotation of the torso. Nice and slow. Try to keep the hips forward. Good. And just twist at the base of the spine. Here we go a little bit faster. Just twist and twist, twist and twist. Keep the knees soft, hips forward and twist. Good. Almost there. And 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Ooh. All right. Do you feel warmed up, hopefully, in the spine? All right. Let's move forward. Let's move up a little bit more of the body. So, I just want you to start moving right now. Good. Remember, if you're not a dancer, if you're not on the beat, don't worry about it. We're just going to take this time to move up our body, move the shoulders. Good. You can close the eyes, but just remember to keep breathing. Keep breathing. Good. One more set of these. Just move your body whatever way you want to. Good. Good. So we're going to bring the feet together, round the upper spine. Let it hang, let the chin hang, let the upper spine round, and then we're going to step wide and open. Take the shoulders open, take the chest open, bend the knees. Now let's go to the other side of the mat. We're going to close it and round. 4, 3, 2, then we're going to open wide. Oh, open that chest. Give me a little bit more of a back bend. If you can, take the shoulders behind you. Let's do 4 counts. We're going to bring it together. 3, 2, 1, and open. 2, and 1. Good. Round it. And open. Can we pick up the pace just a little bit? And open. Good. Round it. And open. Round it. And open. Round it. And open. Round it. And open. Now we're going to step back. Round it. Bring the arms up and reach. Then we're going to step out to goddess pose. Knees and toes turn in the same direction. Hold it here. You can move the body if you want. Elbows, shoulders in line. Let's press up, step together. Reach up. Ooh, nice big stretch. Open. Bend the knees. Very good. Good. Reach up. And open. You guys are doing good. Reach up. And open. Just a little bit faster. Reach up. And open. Very good. Reach up. And open. Reach up. And open. Just a couple more. Reach up. And open. Up. And open. This time step the feet together. Reach all the way up. And then give me a forward fold. I'm going to turn to the side. And then we're going to roll all the way up. How you doing? All right, it's time to get down onto your mat. So grab your blocks, your blanket, and your strap. So we're going to build toward a couple of pivotal poses today that are going to help to open up our hips and our hamstrings. Hanumanasana, I always get tongue-tied when I say that one. That's the full splits, so think about doing the splits. And then we're going to work toward Bhekasana, which is a version of frog pose. Now, if you're thinking about the splits and you're like, oh my God, I can't do the splits, don't worry. We're working towards it. And if you don't get to it today, then that's not a problem because I probably won't get to it today. We'll get to it another day. The point is that we're going to create the space in our body and create the space in our mind so that we know that anything is possible. And just because it doesn't happen today, that doesn't mean we can't appreciate the journey of getting there, right? All right, so we're going to start in a supported bound angle, supported butterfly. We're going to lie on our back, bring the soles of our feet together, take our knees apart, and we're just going to open up our hips a little bit. So I have my bolster here. In case you need it, you can have your pillow or blanket just to support your low back. I'm actually going to push that out the way. I'm going to start the music. And then I'm going to lie back. Okay. So, soles of the feet together, knees apart. The bricks are here to support the knees. If they come too far to the ground and you feel a little tightness or pulling in the low back or on the hips, they're going to be here to support you. So let's just start here. Close the eyes. And we just had that wonderful warm up. So find your focus, find your breath again. We're going to take one hand, bring it to our belly, one hand, bring it to our heart. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open up and side out through the mouth. Get a deep breath in through the nose. Open up, side out through the mouth. And one more time, deep breath in through the nose. Open up, side out through the mouth. Good. Close the lips, close the eyes. And just start to breathe naturally in and out through the nose. Feel the vibration of the breath as it moves through the lungs. Feel as it moves throughout the body and touches those parts of us which are might be feeling a little bit tight or strained, like the hips. And just feel our breath start to soften. So now, even though we're not moving, our breath is moving, our energy is moving, and we're dispersing it all the way through the body. But once we stop breathing, then that's not happening. There's no blood flow, there's no oxygen flow. So whatever we do today, I want you to make sure that you keep breathing. Okay, let's take a few more breaths in and out through the nose. Again, just settle into this. And today I want you to make every pose feel like this. Every pose just feel like you're lying and relaxing. But of course, every pose is not going to feel like that. So it's up to us when we get into that pose and when we feel that sensation that we don't move forward until we're calm, until we're breathing. Good. Bring the arms down by the sides. We can remove the bricks and then straighten the legs out in front of us. Good. Get those bricks out the way. Take a big stretch with the arms. My bolster's in the way, that's okay. Point the toes towards the front of the mat. Reach the fingertips back towards the back of the mat. Good. Here's where we'll need our strap. And I lost my strap. My strap is over here. Alright. So, we're going to do Supta Padangusthasana. So let's take the right knee, bend it, hug it into the chest. Alright? We're going to feel a stretch immediately. Feeling the hips. Maybe feeling the quadriceps. Keep that left leg straight, flex through the left toes. Take your strap, and even if you don't need one, everybody use your strap or your belt. Hook it around the foot, between the ball of the foot and the heel. Take the strap into your right hand, push through the heel, and then straighten the leg up towards the sky. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, guide that leg a little bit closer into the body. So we're not going to go too far. Again, this is the beginning of the practice, so you should feel a little tightening in the back of the leg and the hamstring, but I just want you to breathe into that. Good. Now take a big inhale, and then exhale, start to take that leg out to the right. Now you can take your left hand, put it on your left thigh to keep the hip down because we don't want it to roll.
Good, breathe. So just taking it out slightly to the right. It doesn't have to come all the way down to the ground, because you're already feeling it on the inside of the thighs, hips. Good, bring it back to the center. Hug the right knee into the chest. Good, shake it out just a little bit, straighten it out. Keep the strap near. We're going to do the same with the left side. Bend the left knee, hug it into the chest. Flex through the right toes. Take the strap, hook it on the foot, on the bottom of the foot, between the ball of the foot and the heel. Take it in the left hand, press through that heel to straighten the left leg. Automatically, you're feeling hamstrings. It might feel different than the right side. Good, take a big inhale. And then exhale, bring that leg a little closer in. Again, we're not trying to force it. We're not trying to push it. Just softly, just to feel a little tension. Good, right hand again on the right hip. And then the leg is going to go out to the left. Breathe. Again, not too much, just a tiny bit. Trying to move this holster out the way. Good. Okay, come back to the center. Release the strap, bend that left knee, hug it into your chest. Nice. Now hug the right knee, hug it into your chest. Lift the shoulders, bring the forehead into the knees. Good, lay the head down. Give me a little rock from side to side. And then back and forth. A little momentum. Just rolling along the length of the spine. And then I want you to rock up to a seated position. Good. If that rock didn't work for you, you can always roll off and sit up in the best way you can. Good? All right. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees. So the music is going to pick up just a little bit pace eventually. But that's just to get your internal energy. Your internal energy to move just a little bit. Just to start feeling it so you don't fall asleep. All right, we're going to come into a table pose. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Good. Let's take a few cat-cows. Now, we did these in the warm-up a little bit when we were standing. So drop the belly, lift the heart. Okay, remember that? Exhale, push into the mat, round the spine. Drop the chin. Good. Cow pose. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, press into the mat, round the spine. Good. Take 3 more at the rhythm of your breath. You don't need to move as fast as the music or as fast as me, or you don't have to move as slow as the music. I just want you to get your groove, match your breath with the movement that your body is doing. Good. Come back to table pose, neutral spine, right? So pull the belly up and in. Right leg is going to come out, lift it up hip level. Good. So when we did that, we want to make sure that we don't arch the back. Good. Feel free to move your body, move your shoulders. Left leg, left arm, that's my arm, is going to reach forward like we're shaking somebody's hand. Nice neutral spine. Back leg is up. Good. Breathe just for a few moments. Again, every time we come into a pose, it's going to change the breath. It's up to you to readjust that breath to that calming nature. All right, now we're going to take an awkward spinal balance. So right leg is going to come out to the right. Ouch. Left arm is going to come out to the left. Hold it and breathe. Good. Bring it back to the center. Try to lift it, lift it. Good. Bring the palm down, bring the knee down. Curl the toes. Lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Good. Take your time. Pedal out the feet. Good. Right leg is going to lift. And I want you to step it all the way through between the hands. Back knee is going to come down. Top of the foot comes down. Right knee over the ankle. Engage the belly. Lift up. Reach the fingertips. Anjaneyasana. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Move arms, move legs, feel music. Good. Now I want you to shift back. We're going to go into half splits, right? So, right hip goes back, right leg straightens out,
flex the right toes, soften that right knee. Okay, this is where we can use our blocks. I'll grab mine. You stay there. Or if you gotta grab your blocks, grab your blocks. Good. So they just help you prop you up a little bit. All right. Lift the chest, and then fold over. Good. So feel hamstring again. It should feel a little bit looser, I'm hoping. Good. Come back forward. Anjaneyasana. Good. Plant the hands. Step back into table pose. We're going to go to the other side and then maybe make it flow a little bit. All right. Left leg out. Lift it up. Hip level. Right arm reaches out. Breathe. Good. Try to keep the back leg lifted. Awkward spinal balance. Left leg out to the left. Right arm out to the right. Breathe. Good. Bring it back to the center. Plant the hand, plant the knee, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pull out the feet a little bit. Good. Left leg lifts this time. Step it through between the hands. Back knee comes down. Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms out. Good. Send that left hip back. Half splits. Hanumanasana. Hands can come to the bricks if you need. If you want to bring them all the way to the floor, just make sure that the back stays straight. Flex through the toes. Soften the knee. Very good. Come forward. Anjaneyasana. Plant the hands. Step back into table pose. Take a few cat-cows. Good. All right. Right leg. Let's do that again. Left arm. Take it a little bit faster. Open out. Awkward spinal balance. Bring it back to the center. Reach. And bring it down. Back to table pose. Curl the toes. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it through between the hands. Back knee comes down. Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms like a low lunge. Send the hips back. Half splits. Very good. Good. Come forward. Reach the arms up. Palms come down. Back to table pose. Let's do the other side. Left leg, right arm. Awkward balance. Back to the center. And bring it down. Curl the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step it through between the hands. Back knee comes down. Anjaneyasana. You guys are doing good. Shift the hips back. Left hip back, left heel. Half splits. Good. Shift forward. Anjaneyasana. Good. Plant the hands. Set them down. Take a few cat-cows. All right, we're going to add on to this. You feel free to do it the same way. All right, starting with the right side. Right leg, left arm. Awkward balance. Okay, bring it back to the center. And down. Curl the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Good, step it through. Knee comes down. Here's where we come into Anjaneyasana. And breathe. Good, hips come back. Half splits. Here's where we're going to change it. All right? Breathe for a second. Then I want you to come forward into kind of a Anjaneyasana with the knee bent. Plant the hands down. Curl the back toes. Lift off the left leg. We're going to come into standing splits. You can take your blocks to bring the floor closer to you.
All right? So think about spinal balance. Hips need to turn down. So maybe take your right thumb and pull the right hip back. Lift the back leg. Good, good, good. Breathe. Nice. All right. Bend your knee. Kick your butt. So here we're going to use all the power in that right leg to stand all the way up. If you fall, it's okay. And then reach your arms. So here's a variation of King Dancer. You can stay here if you want, but just pull that knee behind you. If you can, go ahead and grab your ankle. Kick your foot away, fold over. Nice job. Breathe. Belly into the spine. Kick that back foot in. Hinge forward. Good. Now release it. Step back. Plant the palms. Come into downward facing dog. And come onto your knees. Good. All right. Ready for that left side? All right. Left leg. Right arm. Awkward. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back together. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the palm and the knee down. Curl the toes, lift the hips up and back. Exhale. Left leg lifts. Good. Step it through between the hands. Back knee comes down. Reach the arms up. Anjane. Shift the hips back. Half splits. Good. Good. Shift forward. Palms down. Standing splits. Again, use your bricks if you need. Pull that left hip back. Right leg lifts a little higher. Breathe. Good. Kick the heel into the butt. Slowly come on up. Keep that heel kicked. Hip backwards, reach up. If you can, grab a hold of the ankle. Kick that foot into your hand and hinge forward. Nice job, guys. You are doing awesome. Good. Release. Plant the palms, step back. Downward facing dog. Come onto your knees. Good. Sway the hips from left to right. Good. Big toes together. Knees apart. Let's sit back in child's pose. Good. Take a few breaths here. Child's pose. You can stay here for as long as you want. If you feel like repeating that last sequence, putting it all together, doing it again, you can. Good. We're going to inhale, come up to table pose. Curl the toes, lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. So far what we've been doing, open up the hamstrings. As we come into these new poses, hamstrings should feel a little bit better. All right, rise to the toes, bend the knees, and I just want you to step up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Let the chin hang. Good, half lift, press into the shins. Make the back straight. Think about spinal balance. Forward fold. Good. Move your body to the music. You don't have to stay still. Good, inhale and come all the way up. Big circle with the arms. Palms come together. Arms down by the sides. Very good. All right, so we're going to take a couple of traditional sun salutations, but we're going to modify it a little bit. Add in half frog, half lotus, and reclining hero. All right, you'll see. If you have no idea what this is, you'll see. Don't worry. All right, so I'm going to actually have my blanket near. So we're going to be, small disclaimer, we're going to be on our bellies for a little bit. Now, ladies, especially for women, if you are suffering from cramps, time of the month,
I am also have fibroids, so it's a little bit hard, or if you have fibroids, it's hard for me to be on my stomach. So I'm going to show you a place where you can put the blanket to offer a little bit more support so that you're not right on your stomach. All right? If it's just too much, then I want you to skip this practice for today and stretch. Think about opening the stomach instead. All right? So, mountain pose. Traditional sun A's, a little bit of modifications. Inhale, open the chest, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Get half lift, inhale. Get exhale, step back to plank. All right, we're gonna hold plank just for a minute. Bring the belly up and in, up and in. Good. I want everybody to come onto your knees. Good. Shift forward, and then lower all the way down into your stomach. All the way down. All right, so this is where my blanket is gonna come in. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna come and put it right below my chest plate. All right, so we're down on our stomach. Bring your palms back so that they're right underneath your elbows. Chin down. All right, we're gonna lift up into cobra. Good. Little back bend like we did in the warm-up, and then come down. Good. Curl the toes. Lift up and back, downward facing dog. Good. So let's take a few of these for a minute. Then we'll add on. Rise to the toes, bend the knees, look up between the hands. Hop, step, float, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale and come all the way up. Big circle with the arms. Reach. Palms come together, lower down through the heart, arms down by the sides. Let's do that again. Good. Inhale, circle, reach. Exhale to fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank. Good. Lower the knees, lower all the way down to the belly. Good. I'm going to put my blanket underneath my chest. Press up, cobra. Good. Try not to squeeze the butt. So we're lengthening from the upper part of the back, shoulders away. Good, lower back down. Here's where we add on. Lift up and take your left forearm and put it so it's parallel to the mat. All right? Spread the fingers. All right, make sure the hips are turned down. Bend the right knee. Good, kick it towards the butt. Reach around. If you can't reach it, it doesn't matter. You're okay. So I'm going to look for the top of my foot, and I'm going to push it down, bend into the elbow, push it down to my butt. Take a couple of breaths here and breathe. Feel the opening in the hip flexors, the front of the thigh, the front of the quads. Good, slowly release it. Switch arms. Right forearm parallel to the front of the mat. Bend the left knee, kick the heel into the butt. Reach around top of the foot and see if you can push that heel toward the butt. You're going to feel it immediately. Keep the hips turned down. Try not to open up. Good. Release. Palms down by the side. Curl the toes. Lift up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Rise to the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands. Step forward, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Circle the arms, reach. Palms to the heart. Arms down by the sides. Let's do that again. You guys are doing great. Inhale, circle, reach. Exhale, fold. Get half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back. Come onto the knees. Lower all the way down. Good. Onto your belly. Press up for cobra. And then lower down. Left hand's gonna come forward. Bend the right knee. Reach back for the foot, press down. If you can't reach the foot, doesn't matter, just keep kicking your heel towards your butt. Release, switch arms. Good, release. Downward facing dog.
the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands. Step forward, front of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Big circle with the arms, palms together. Lower down through the heart. Arms down by the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Plank pose. Lower down to the knees. Bend the elbows. Lower down to the stomach. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Left arm comes forward first. Right knee bends. Release. Switch arms. Get release. Downward facing dog. Rise to the toes. Bend the knees, look up between the hands. Hop forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, big circle. You guys got it. Arms down by the sides. So we're going to do this on our own. I want you to do it with your breath. Make sure you're breathing. I'm not going to cue it, but I'm going to do it with you. All right? Just one time. Make sure you inhale as you open. Exhale as you fold or crunch. Keep breathing. Remember, nothing is forced. You want to soften your body into these poses. Once you get to downward facing dog, you need 5 breaths. After those 5 breaths, come into child's pose. Knees come down, big toes together, knees apart. Sit back. Okay, take your time. When you're ready, come back into table pose. Curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Yeah, come onto the toes, bend the knees, look up between the hands. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Get half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Big circle with the arms. Reach. Palms together, lower down to the heart, arms down by the sides. All right, so now we're gonna take some sun Bs, but we're gonna make it a little untraditional, add a little modifications. So sun salutation B usually starts in chair pose. We're gonna start in goddess pose. I'm gonna turn towards the front so you can see. So here's my other mat. So you're on your mat. I want you to step off of the mat and turn your toes out. Make sure your toes and your knees are facing in the same direction. So every time we come back to the top of the mat, instead of chair, we're gonna do goddess. And we did this in the warm-up, don't forget. All right, good? You got it? All right. All right, so we're at goddess. Now, make sure that the tailbone is going down and not out, all right? Ribs are in, belly's in. From here, we're gonna pop up, turn the toes forward, forward fold. So now you're in a wide leg forward fold. Good, half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Good. Knees can come down, come forward, bend the elbows, lower, all the way down like we did. Bring the palms back so they're in the, the palms back, yeah, so they're right underneath the elbows. Now this time we're gonna push all the way up into a full upward dog. See how my thighs came off of the mat? Press into the tops of the feet. Good. Curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, right leg is gonna come up. I want you to step it through between the hands. Now, listen carefully. We're gonna come right into standing splits. Remember that? You can have your bricks if you need. I'm gonna grab my bricks to bring the floor closer to you. Very good. All right, since we've been here before, take a few breaths, adjust yourself. And then we're gonna softly bend into that right knee, hug the left knee in, stand all the way up, majorette. All right, so majorette, knee is in line with the hip. Now, we're gonna try for hand to big toe. Stretch out those hamstrings a little bit more. First modification is to take right hand, right hip, left hand to the outside of the left knee. All right? But since we want to stretch out your hamstrings, let's grab the strap. So you can have it like with you somewhere. All right. So we're going to do the same thing we did on our back. Take the strap, wrap it around between the ball of the foot and the heel. Left hand, left hip. Excuse me, right hand, right hip. All right, now we're going to push the heel out. Lift that leg up. You might fall, it's okay. Chest up, chin up, tall as you can. Good, are you breathing? I hope so. Good. Good, now bend the knee. You can drop the strap. Let the foot come behind you. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank. Make sure your tool is out in the way. If you want to do a chaturanga, I'm going to drop to my knees, bend the elbows, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Remember, watch your breath. Left leg lifted up. Good. Step through between the hands. Grab your strap. Lift off into half splits. Have that strap near you. Turn the hips down. Fold into that front thigh. You're going to feel the hamstrings. When you lift the back leg, you're going to feel your glutes fire. Good. Softly bend into that left knee. Bring the right knee in. You're going to feel your left glutes fire as you stand all the way up. Reach the arms. Majorette. Good, keep breathing. Take the strap. Wrap it around the ball of the foot and the heel. Take the strap into your left hand, right hand, excuse me. Left hand, left hip. Push through that heel. Lift the leg up as high as it can go. Good. Breathe. Good, you can release the strap. Take that leg behind you. Step back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Come forward to plank. Feel free to take a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Rise to the toes, bend the knees, look up between the hands. Hop, step, float, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Have to get those blocks out the way. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Big circle with the arms. Reach. Palms together. Arms down by the sides. Goddess pose. Step off the mat. Straighten, pop up, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant. Step back. Move through your vinyasa. You can always take the cobra modification. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg lifts. Step through between the hands. Come right into standing splits. Make sure you have your strap near. Crunch that left knee in. Stand all the way up. Majorette. You might shake a little bit. Okay, wrap the strap around the foot. Take it in the left hand. Push the heel out. Good. Hand to big toe modification. Good.
drop it, step back. This side, plant the palms, come into plank, lower through. Downward facing dog, left leg lifts. Step through, right into standing splits. Crunch that right knee into the chest. Remember, slide the left foot back. Slide it back. Nice. Bend into the knee. Let's step back into downward facing dog. Okay, let's come down onto our knees. So we're going to try the full version of frog. I'm going to get my blanket to go right underneath my chest bone because I'm going to be on my stomach. Alright. Let's come into that push up, kind of, and then we'll lower down to our belly. Alright. Let's start with the half splits. Now remember, you can stay and just do each side. You don't have to do the full version. Remember, I told you I might not even make it to the full version. Alright, bend that right knee. See if you can press. Bend the knee, bend the elbow, press into the butt. Turn the hips down. Good, release it. We're gonna go to the left side. Right arm forward. And if you can't, I want you to just keep working with bringing the heel in towards the butt, okay? I don't want you to force anything. Now, from here, keep the hips turned down, keep the shoulders turned down. We're gonna try for it. Bend the right knee. Reach back. See if you can press those heels into the body. Try not to squeeze the butt. Lift up through the chest just a little bit. We have 5 breaths here. Good. Slowly release. Bring your palms to stack. Lower down onto your forehead. You can stay here. Or if it feels more comfortable, come onto your back. Rest. So forehead onto the tops of the hands. Start to deepen your breath. And if you're on your back, just go ahead and start to move your fingers, move your toes. If you're on your tummy, just bring your palms back. Press into the right hand or the left hand, doesn't matter. And roll over. Come onto your back. Give me a big stretch, like how we started. Right knee, hug it into your chest. I'm sure it feels a little bit different in the hips. I'm hoping to stretch it back out. Left knee,
Hug it into your chest. Bring both knees in. Let's try happy baby. So grab the outside of the feet and then push knees into the armpits. Make that sound like my inner thighs. Good. Hug the knees in the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And let's roll on to our right side. Push up to a comfortable seated position. How do you guys feel? Good. Cross your legs. Easy seats. Whatever is easy for you. Let's just take a big stretch. Reach the arms up. And then bring the palms to your heart center. Slightly bow your chin. Honor yourself in the work you did today. Whatever that work was. On and off the mat. Honor your practice, your yoga practice, your work practice, your family relationship practice. Honor it. Honor the places that you practice and the people that you practice with, on and off the mat. Allow your heart and your hips to be open. We did a lot of back bending and heart opening today. Allow your body to be open and your mind to be open so that you can receive all the blessings that are coming to you. And I thank you so much for sharing with me today. Whenever you do this practice, I wish you light, love, peace, and joy in your journey.